Stephen Speak, Extra Speak. A little more of everything and nothing. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so Extra Speak today, I'm going to talk about a song, and the song is called Dear Chicago, and it's by an artist called Ryan Adams, R-Y-A-N Adams, not Brian, Ryan. I've loved Ryan Adams for years. Like, I got into him when I was at college. The first album I ever bought of his was called Gold. It's such a bluesy, vibrant country rock album. It's not so much country, like it's like folksy country rock. Like, it's just brilliant. It's poppy, it's rocky, it's just you must listen to that album. Anyway, I think that was released in like 2000, 2001. I think it was 2001 because I remember the music video for New York, New York, which was one of the main tracks off that album, featured the Twin Towers, and I remember I think he reshot the video or didn't show that video or like edited that part out or something because it showed the Twin Towers out of respect for what happened. But anyway, the song Dear Chicago was off the Demolition album, which was, I think, from 2002. And that's a cracking album. I can't remember if it was the follow-up album. I think it was. I think it was that was the next album. Again, not researched this. But that song for me, there's some songs on that album that just resonate. Like all songs, you know, you sometimes, one song that's quite mediocre to one person will be like mind blowing to another, and you sometimes just can't see why that song is so good to someone, and you're just like, what? And it's all to do with the time of your life as well, and who you're with, and that memory attached to that song. But this album for me was I'm pretty sure it was a follow-up to Gold. I'm not quite sure, but the album's called Demolition, and the song I'm talking about is Dear Chicago. Now the song Dear Chicago isn't particularly a happy song. It's kind of, for me, talking about loneliness and remembering a girl, and, you know, I think that whole thing, I feel like there's a breakup involved, and, you know, and I don't think it's actually about Chicago. I think it's just, that's just like a paradox and a juxtaposition of how you feel in this situation. But I think one of the things. I think one of the lyrics in it is when he says it's like at the end of the second verse or something, and he says, I think the thing you said was true. I'm gonna die alone and sad. And at the time, I've spoke about it in a previous podcast about, like, you know, how I felt about dying and especially being alone, you know, never finding that person and stuff. And that at the time just really resonated with me. I was like, what? 19 at the time, 20, coming up to 20, yeah, and yeah, that the whole song blows me away. It's kind of like soft and subtle and light guitars, and it's heavy in places, and there's echoes, and you need to listen to the song. And there's another song on that album actually as well. I nearly spoke about that one instead, called Desire, and that's kind of like, it's kind of like the opposite of this song. It's kind of like the build up to love and the desire and how it feels, and this is kind of like the drop off, the come down of it. It's just a cracking song, and I recommend Ryan Adams to you in general. Like, if you like folksy, bluesy kind of bit rock and roll, but a bit of country vibe, folk style. Yeah, go check him out. He's his first album, Heartbreaker. There's a song there called "Sweet Oh My Sweet Caroline," and that's fantastic. Actually, inspired Elton John's Peachtree Road album, I think it was, to go back to basics. Elton John said he covers that song, and he basically said that song inspired him just to cut everything out and go back to basics of like basic instruments, guitar, piano, and that's it. So yeah, go check out Dear Chicago by Ryan Adams from the Demolition album. And yeah, that's it. That's my little extra speak. Go check out that song and the artist. I will speak to you on the next Extra Speak. You've been listening to Stephen Speak, Extra Speak. Thanks for listening, and please subscribe.